everyone, welcome back to my channel. So it's March and I'm back with my declutter for March video. How did you get on with February? I did most of it, but there was one thing that I didn't get to. So I planned to declutter all of the stationery, and I'm looking at it because it's all up there, and actually sort of reorganise and change up some of the boxes and things like that. I didn't get to that, but I think that's kind of like well, it's just telling really, because what I am doing with these videos is just giving myself a few small tasks to do each month, and if you want to join along, then I hope that also helps you and doesn't sort of overwhelm you with too much to do. So I will get to that, but that really wasn't a priority for February. I did sort out all of my hats and gloves that were in the hallway cupboard, and actually that was really timely because I'd put them in a bag ready to take to the charity shop. And then my daughter's school last week were collecting for Ukrainian families, and they were basically, a big lorry was going over to Poland with lots of donations. So I was able to donate those. I also donated things like they wanted some dried food, nappies, wet wipes, sanitary towels, all, you know, just, oh my goodness, stuff that I'm absolutely happy to. It's not enough. It doesn't scratch the surface of what people need, but at least I've done something. And I did just want to say, you know, with these videos, you know, I'm carrying on decluttering. It's important that every month I'm still giving myself these tasks to do. They give me a sense of calm and control, I suppose, that I can sort of manage my home. And at the moment, that is obviously what we need. We all need some calm in what is a really crazy situation at the moment. So what I'm planning to declutter in March are my spice drawer. So that has been a crazy mess for a really long time, and I'm definitely going to dive in, get rid of things that are expired, probably going to find things I didn't realise I had. So I'm going to go through my spice drawer. Whether you've got a drawer or a rack or part of a cupboard, that would be a good thing to do in March. The next thing I am going to do is I'm going to go through my kitchen appliances. Now I keep those in the cupboard up there behind me, and I have been thinking quite a lot that I rarely get them out of the cupboard. What I use are a hand blender that I use for soups and purees. I use a whisk when I'm baking. I use my stand mixer when I'm making bread or I'm doing, you know, bigger baking jobs. I use my stand mixer. And I would say, oh, I'm a slow cooker, I suppose. That's it though. That is it for electrical things. And so I'm going to go through my appliances and see if I can actually donate some of the things that I've got in there. You might have things like, you know, spiralizers or blenders or soup makers that you've got in the cupboard taking up space that you don't need. So have a look through, sort through your appliances and see if you can declutter some of them. I'm going to go through the coats and the shoes again. Obviously Emily, my daughter, is always growing, so I'm going to see whether there's anything that I can declutter from there, anything that I can pass on or anything that I can sell. So definitely coats and shoes. Obviously we're going into a new season, we're moving into spring, so I'm just going to check the condition of everything and just see if there's anything that we need. Obviously add that to my list, my to-do list, if there are things that we need to buy for spring and the summer coming. I also want to go through my junk drawer. I've actually got two. I've got two junk drawers, and I really want to go through them, get rid of things that we're not using. I know that we have basically got a graveyard for USB cables that don't work, so I need to go through those. So you might have a junk drawer or a basket or even a cupboard, so perhaps make that a task for March. I'm also going to sort through my jewellery. Now I've got a jewellery rack on the inside of my wardrobe door. I look at them a lot, but I don't put them on. So I think it's time to let some of them go. I mean, some of them are really, really old. I'm not really sure why I'm keeping them. I don't use them. So I'm going to go through my jewellery and donate the things that I don't want. So it might be a good time for you to look through your jewellery. You might have a jewellery box, you might have jewellery in a drawer. So have a look through and make some decisions about the things that you want to keep and the things that you can declutter. So the next thing I'm going to do in March is I'm going to go through my instruction manuals. I've got 3 boxes of manuals. So I've got electrical, non-electrical and kids instructions, and I'm sure that I've got loads of instruction manuals for things that we don't even own anymore. So I'm just going to go through, see if I can toss some of those out and make some space in those boxes. I really need to tackle the garage. Now it's a garage and it's a utility room for me, but it's a mess. It really needs some attention. And what I'm not going to do, like I was saying, I'm not going to overwhelm myself with trying to do too big a task. But what I am going to do is I'm just going to go through all the paint in there. So I'm sure I've got you know when you keep a tin with just like a couple of centimetres of paint in the bottom and it goes hard. So I'm just going to go through, see if I can clear some of those paints. If I know that I don't like that colour, if I'm not going to use it, then I'm definitely going to get rid of it. I guess I could try and sell it, and I know people do actually, but I think I probably will let it go because I think some of the paints are quite old now, and I could really do with the space. So the last thing that I'm going to do is declutter my shopping bags. I've got loads, I've got tons of bags for life. Some of them are getting towards the end of their life and I need to swap them, so I'm going to get them out and just see what I've got. Some bags I don't use and I need to make decisions about those, and I've also got carrier bags that are just in a bit of a state, so I'm going to go through and decide what I can declutter. I can obviously donate if the bag is a decent bag, but also you can recycle your carrier bags at supermarkets, so I'll definitely make sure that I either declutter them or recycle them. So that is it for March. Those are the things that I'm planning to declutter. Are there things that you find difficult to declutter, things that you struggle with, that you can't face doing? Because there's certainly things like that in my home. The garage, I think, is one of them for me because it's quite a cold space. I don't really want to be in there. So yeah, that's a struggle. But let me know, what do you struggle with when it comes to decluttering? Thanks for watching. If you're not a subscriber, then don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.